trip today. We were in Albany, and I just happened to see this place, which is actually relatively new. So I'm here with Ford, and we're at Canopy of Saratoga, which is a really cool lifestyle garden center of sorts. There's even a cafe in there, which I love the concept of that whole thing. And you actually are, I found out, 4th generation, all those 5 generations that are involved with the garden center. You even told us off camera that you helped build this, which is amazing.
Yeah, that's true, yeah. It's my family's business, so we've been around, for 4 generations. We started up in a small town just east of here called Granville.
Yeah.
It's like population 6,000, but a couple of years ago, my dad's like, let's open up a design studio in Saratoga. We have a landscape business that, does quite well in the area, but we had no landmark to show off what we do. And so we decided to build a design studio.
And you're like really right off kind of like the highway. I mean, this is a good place.
This is Route 9,
yeah. Building.
We did our soft opening in November, and then our grand opening is actually next week, April 22nd. We are going to be adding things continually, like finishing our greenhouses. I'm building a giant cabinet to go behind our POS counter and putting in a giant green wall. The general vibe, obviously, is very like garden themed.
Yeah. I mean, look at the beams. I mean, Sadner and I were ogling at the beams. They're huge. Where do you get beams like that?
They're actually just from this area. They're from up in Lake George. There's a lumber mill. They're all Adirondack pine.
Wow.
And they were cut and dry and then shipped 30 miles here and chopped on site. It was a lot of work to put them up, but it was a lot of fun.
Your dad wanted to do a design studio here for your landscaping business, but this is obviously more than that. You could just have an office space, but you chose to do more of a lifestyle concept.
Well, it was kind of a progression.
Yeah.
It was my mom's dream to always have a garden cafe. She's Australian. In Australia and London, there's always like these tea shops.
Yeah.
And they're usually at garden centers, and that's the main focus. So she's like, let's do that. And then also like, let's continue the garden center business.
Yeah.
Let's do that. And so we just kept them piling up. And here we are with this home store, garden store, coffee shop idea.
That's great.
And with a design studio in the works in the back.
That's fantastic. So the design studio was the first thing that you wanted to do, but it's the last thing to get done.
Exactly, yeah. And it's good though. My brother, he's a landscape architect. He went to Cornell and studied there.
So he's a fellow Cornellian.
There you go. My dad is as well. He went to Cornell back in the 80s.
Look at this.
Yeah.
The Finger Lakes always come back into the mix.
I went to Clarkson, so go Knights.
Boo, no,
just kidding. We horticulture's in our blood, obviously, and he just came back to business like 3 weeks ago, and he's opening up a professional practice for landscape architecture.
Nice. Was there ever a time where you personally did not want to be in horticulture?
Yes, most of my time in college, I was like, I'm gonna go get like a great marketing corporate job, and make thousands of dollars every year.
Yeah.
And then my dad's like, hey, let's build a building, come back to the family business. And how could I say no?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm a business guy, so I like the building things and making things real.
I mean, you seem really happy about it, so.
I love it. It's like, it's every day, it's super fun just to be able to, try anything new. Like this DIY bar right here, it's just like it came up from a concept, like we want a way for people to pot up their own plants.
Yeah, so it's like
pick
a
out their own
DIY
pot.
plant bar.
And we've been iterating since winter, and it's gone through a couple different versions, but it's fun for people to sort through and pick out what they want.
So people can actually like feel their hands in the dirt and be a little bit more interactive, because sometimes you come to this place and you like don't want to touch the things, but now you can actually take and plant them up. And you could do workshops here if you wanted.
And we have, and it's like in marketing, it's like experiential based retail, which is like way more fun. And I think it's more about like making a space people want to go to and spend time at. You know, if you get them into the process, they're having fun, they're gonna love it that much more, and they're gonna bring their friends back, which is obviously great as a business, but it's great as a third place because we have people who maybe come for the coffee because it's delicious, they stay for the plants, and they come back with their friends just to show off this awesome place, which is like the best.
Because your nursery is in Granville still, correct?
So just like since the 80s, we've been growing shrubs and trees. That's our specialty.
And then have you always done houseplants, or is this now that you have a space for it, you have houseplants that you could offer?
Well, actually, we didn't always have houseplants. It wasn't really a big thing. And then during COVID at our other garden center, it popped off. And so naturally, you can't sell plants in the winter unless you're selling houseplants. So
Oftentimes you go from one garden center to another and see the same stuff. But some of the aspects that I appreciate about Canopy is not only their focus on highlighting local artisans, but also their curatorial eye on everything from books to tea.
I love these concept stores because it does, like you just said, it really brings people in, it keeps people here, it has a vibe, which is great.
Very important.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I mean, you mentioned terrain.
Yes,
that was definitely like I guess, a benchmark for what we could be. Obviously, terrain is a bigger brand. They have, you know, like I don't know, what's the company? Abercrombie?
No, it's Urban Outfitters.
They have Anthropologie,
yeah.
Urban Outfitters money.
Yeah.
We don't have that money. We're just like lowly landscapers and
just a fifth
upstate New York.
generation, you know,
But,
greenhouse growers.
What we do have is like really a super hardworking team.
Yeah.
A family ethic that is contagious.
Yes.
I think a lot of our people, they feed off our energy and that allows us to build super cool things like this.
Yeah.
So,
and you even do floral arrangements here,
yes,
huh?
this is
Oh,
a
it's a
new
DIY
idea, sort of
bouquet
taking on,
bar.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So you could pick out your stems, and
Yeah.
it's actually alternating every week. So the idea is you look at this picture frame and get inspired by the artwork, and our florist designer Jessica, she curates the flowers based off that photo.
Nice. Okay, so you change the photo up.
Change the photo every week, yes.
That's cool.
All back to experiential retail.
Yeah, and you're
know.
keeping it fresh for people, literally
Exactly.
and figuratively.
Literally
So-
and figuratively.
Yeah.
We do plan on opening actually a florist shop here.
Ah.
Way more focused on, you know, like just grab and go bouquets. And
Okay,
things
so
like
not
that.
like weddings or anything like that, but
Maybe not for right now.
Yeah.
It's
It depends on,
competitive in
like-
this area, but
Yeah.
at our other store in Granville, we do have a florist shop, and we have a wedding venue, so we sell flowers there, and we do flower deliveries. It's harder though, because in a small market, you know, there's not as many people
Yeah.
who want beautiful flowers, but we make it work.
that's great.
So,
Awesome, and here, your cafe is over here. This is the best. A plant place and a cafe, and you have really beautiful seating that's protected, but it has great natural light too.
well, let's go inside. This is
Okay.
what I call the greenhouse cafe or
Oh,
the
it's
atrium.
so
And it
nice.
has these giant sunlights, which were one of the most expensive parts of this project.
I would imagine
But it's definitely
so.
worth it. Everyone loves this room, and it's a great place for plants to live.
Yeah.
It would be
It absolutely.
was an investment, but worth it. And it's air conditioned too, which is nice.
Yeah, it is very nice.
But outside we have 3 glass greenhouses being installed, which
So
are
what do you think you're going to be growing there? What's going
we're going to be selling there, not really growing.
Okay, selling, yeah.
Yeah, selling some of the tropicals we're buying in for houseplants, but it's mainly just hanging baskets and you know the classic annuals people want every.
Hey, whatever
spring and
people
summer.
ask for, it's going to be there.
I know. Recently, we've noticed fruits have been way more popular, and so we of course sell fruit shrubs and
Nice.
raspberries and blueberries.
Yeah.
But I just imagine it's going to take off even more here. Well, let's go check out the cafe. I'll
Yeah,
get some coffee.
let's do
We
it,
have what I think is an excellent selection of drinks. We have beautiful organic Japanese matcha, which I source, which is really
wow,
fun.
wow.
Some delicious chai, obviously really fresh local espresso, and a bakery case that's always full in the morning. Honey, we have a honey cold foam, and then we.
Oh, let's do that. Let's do I don't know if the salted honey would be good on a matcha though.
Oh, actually,
That's one of our specials.
Really?
we also have a lavender feels latte.
Oh boy.
Lavender would be good on matcha too.
Wow. Do you want lavender or honey? What do you think? Okay. Wow, that's really nice.
It's been fun because it was one of my dreams to open up a coffee shop, and I got to do both: open up a garden center and a coffee shop at the same time.
I always think it's such a brilliant idea because the cafe really brings people around. It immediately brings community when you have a cafe.
Yeah. One of the earliest ideas we had was based off this garden center in London called Petersham Farms, I think. They're a small little, really restaurant that's garden themed. They have places to buy plants, but it's mostly just for an excuse to go have some tea with some friends.
Right.
My parents went over there in 2019. When I went and studied abroad in 2022, I made sure to stop by there, and it's awesome. I was sort of
Yeah.
weird, like this 20-year-old
Yeah.
American dude just going through a garden center by himself. But I was taking notes, and you could see that their store was definitely like a restaurant that's garden themed. We're obviously trying to be more than just a restaurant,
Yeah.
but the coffee shop really does bring people in, and it gives people an introductory taste into what a garden life can be like. And also bringing garden centers and agriculture and horticulture to a younger to younger people, which
Yeah.
I think is super important. And part of what we want to do is educate, not just just sell, but to explain and to promote like sustainable practices. And I mean, it's something I haven't mentioned yet, but definitely supplying native perennials, and it's something we obviously believe.
You probably see it, and I don't know here. I mean, I think even where we live, a lot of folks ask for like their local ecotypes. More folks are asking for plugs, plant plugs that they give, that you normally would just grow out to bigger container sizes, but a lot of folks are asking for that. Native plants, all the time. Sedges, you think sedge would not be sexy, but there's a lot more people asking for sedges now in their landscape. So I think as knowledge transfers from one place to another, then people start asking for it.
And that's the cool thing about being a small business is you can actually like afford to do that, like doing special orders for customers and things like that. Every year, historically, we've done a spring order where people can buy in plugs from us and buy in bare root shrubs and trees, which is something older garden centers used to always do. Like it was like a standard thing, but nowadays it's become less common. And
it's really neat that you could tap into that knowledge of what older garden centers did through like your parent, grandparent, grandparent. So
I think my mom's just I've seen it all. She's been through it all, and so she's got some things she's like firm on. Like, no, this is how you do it. But we're taking a lot of their experience and taking new ideas and combining them together and making something that's like really fun, and that's what I want.
I love it. I love stories like this with like a family business and people getting excited for like being in the family business, even though there might have been a point in time where you're just like, I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
But now you actually get to use your marketing chops and things that you've like learned in school and apply it with people that you probably love,
Yeah.
I hope so.
Well, it's really cool to come into the office and see my brother there working on some landscape designs, see my sister helping with inventory, see my mom come in and help bring customers out, and see my dad, being the boss. No, it's just fun. I mean, I love my family, so I know I know. Well, some family businesses can be a rocky road, but I think we do it in a way that's sustainable for everybody. And everyone's part of the team. And really, everyone becomes part of our family. Like my grandma, she's back there. She makes her carrot cake. Everyone loves it. And my grandpa's installing a door right now. And I think it's sooner or later people are going to start calling them.
Cheap labor. That's all you have.
Oh, yeah. Well, we tried to pay her. She's like, no, I don't want that money.
I'm retired.
Yeah. So.
That's great. Well, thank you so much. And this is delicious, by the way. Cheers. So what's next for the project besides obviously, and you're going to be kind of doing your next launch in a week or so, but what's next? What would you like to see with this place?
So we're going to carry what we've started inside, outside. So I want to make it a fun place to shop, not just like a department store, a garden center like Lowe's or Home Depot. We want to be a place people spend time at. So like taking this DIY plant bar outside somehow, maybe having a dedicated potting station for people. We're obviously going to expand our outside selection with way more shrubs and trees. Then we're currently digging our trees back at our nursery in Granville and bringing those over here over the course of the next 2 weeks and getting those ready for sale. And we're sort of gearing up to become a full-service garden center, still while keeping this boutique vibe. So.
Yeah, well, that's great. I mean, obviously, folks watch the channel religiously and have been to many different plant shops and probably lifestyle plant shops, but if there's anything that you all would like to see or have ideas for Ford and his family, put them in the comments because I'm sure they would love to take some of those ideas and execute on them, especially in this kind of like new and exciting growing stage, which is absolutely fabulous. So thank you for this. Of course. A nice little tour, and we'll get some close-up shots of everything that's around here because it's just like really nicely done. It's marketed very well, and it does give me like the terrain vibe. So
I know.
Kudos to you.
We're trying to be terrain with like a Saratoga spin.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
terrain with a Saratoga spin.
So yeah. Anyways, if you're in the area, guys, please check us out. We have social media, Canopy Saratoga. We have
and Ford does the social media.
Oh, I help.
Along
I'm not
with Monica.
responsible.
Yeah.
But we try to be a fun place to work, and that's actually really important to me is our staff.
Yeah.
Which like not only are we a fun place to hang out, we do things together. Like on Monday we had a plant bingo night, which we're gonna make an event. This is gonna be awesome.
That's great.
So like more than that, we're trying
Monstera.
Oh, I know. So we're gonna try to make like a be more than just like a store, but be like a community space. And that's already happening.
Yeah,
So
fantastic. Well, thank you so much. I really
thank you guys,
appreciate
Summer,
it.
for coming. Yeah, and hopefully you enjoy your drinks. And
Yeah, we will.
What do you think about the new canopy of Saratoga Garden Center and Cafe? Would you visit if you're passing through the area? Let us know in the comments below. And if you're keen on meeting new plant friends in real life and seeing plants in nature, then consider joining us on one of our group botanical tours in 2026 and 2027. We'll be heading to Japan, Costa Rica, and Colombia. Spots are still available, so check out each trip over at homesteadbrooklyn.com/botanical-tours or see the link in the description below. We'll see you in the next episode.